Hey guys and gals, it's Logan Freeman
Alex Olson.
and this is the Kansas City Multifamily Minute. Man, it's been an incredible, unique, very rapidly changing year. And I'm proud to say about, 5 or 6 months ago, Alex and I committed to not only writing market commentary, but formalizing a process to bring you deal flow on a regular basis. And, it's been a wild and crazy 2020. And I sincerely hope that you and your family have been safe and are healthy. But with that being said, there's a new year around the corner, and Alex and I are diligently working on planning and strategy for 2021. And I'm excited to spend 4 or 5 hours with Alex here pretty soon to finalize that. Calendar years are usually just a number for me, but I do believe that this year really does signify something different for a lot of people. It's a new beginning, so to speak. And I really do hope that you'll review your 2020, set a new plan for the new year, and go crush your investing goals. And if you'd like to know more about how Alex and I approach our goal setting and planning, it's something I always love to talk about. And I'd be happy to connect with you guys and hear more about what your goals are for 2021. So we'd definitely be happy to talk more about that. Wanted to give you guys some quick stats on what we were able to accomplish on the brokerage side of the business, even during coronavirus. So COVID-19 definitely affected the commercial real estate industry as a whole, but we stuck to doing great deals with best-in-class vendor relationships, and we were able to get a decent amount of transactions over the finish line. Thankfully, Kansas City has held up extremely well in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and obviously continues to perform well during the last 3 or 4 months. And so that's a trend that we hope will continue. Strong occupancies and collections are obviously great things for investing. We're going to be tracking this new stimulus bill that we're all watching to see if it affects or how it affects small business owners and eviction moratoriums and rent relief. So we'll have more for you on that next week. But here are some quick stats. So Alex and I were able to do over $27.5 million in volume together this year. Alex, what was your favorite deal that you completed in that 27.5 million?
Probably the one near KU Med, I think, was my favorite.
Yeah.
It was 18 units, and it was just a fun project. Of course, I love the area. Great client. Everything came together. We had, it was challenging. We had some different banking issues and all that. But I guess I like the challenging ones, and that was challenging at times, and we got it over the finish line.
Yeah, we did. We set a lot of benchmarks on that deal. It was in the midst of COVID-19. It was the lender pulling out at the last minute. It was renegotiating some things on the contract. I mean, that's all things that we're here to help our clients with. I love that project. Obviously, love those clients, and hope she is watching this video right now, because those petite fours just are calling my name. I can just hear them in the fridge. Logan, come
They're pretty
eat
dang
me.
good.
Oh man, awesome. So, if you want a broker's attention, send them little chocolates that are made out of cake from LA. Wow, so good. Thank you so much, R&V. We appreciate that. So we got over 16 projects completed. I would say, my favorite project on the brokerage side this year, it had to be Grocers Warehouse, man. It's just an 83 or 85,000 square foot, facility in the midst of COVID. We had to renegotiate that deal. I mean, at least 6 or 7 times, sit down with the owner. I mean, it was just all over the place. But, it's funny. I look at themes. I look for themes. And, the theme of the 2 projects that we said were our favorites, Cornerstone Bank was at both of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I can't stress this enough, but having these best-in-class relationships with vendors is so important, because, just to get these things over the finish line, hopefully we won't be in the same sort of guidelines that we were this year, but, being able to call them and know some of the owners of that bank and be able to get things across the finish line is incredible. So 16 projects completed, $27.5 million in volume. That's about 13 multifamily deals and 3 triple net lease deals, over 225 units. We helped 6 clients with 1031 exchanges on the buy side of those transactions. We'd like to make that 1 or 2 a month this upcoming year. So, please reach out to us if you're thinking about selling your property. Give us a call. Let us know what you've got going on. We'll help you walk through the process, what that timing might look like, and what that might look like on the other side, so you have a game plan before you list your property. We want to be there, from you guys at the beginning of that. We formalized the buyer's representation success system. It has great response. We're being knocked off in the marketplace. I love to see that. That means that you're doing something right if people are trying to imitate you. Fantastic. What's even more exciting is the fact that we already have 5 projects under contract or listed right now that are going to close in January or early February, totaling around $9 million. So I really do see the opportunity for 2021 to really hit it out of the park on the commercial real estate landscape. A few reasons. One, we have this system in place. Great job, Alex. 2, you've started to have relationships with sellers, 6-7 months ago. And sometimes it takes that long for the relationship to get to the point of actually getting the financials. Beautiful job on that front. We have a track record of closing deals, which is also bringing more deals to us. And we've developed relationships with new lenders, new property managers, new contractors, attorneys, and we've been through it all this year. So if you're looking at purchasing in 2021, we're obviously in Kansas City. We're your guys if you have a 1031 exchange going on. So I do see that momentum starting to pile on top of each other, for 2021. I think January, February, March, people are going to be a little bit, hesitant, but I really do think that your prices are going to be better the first quarter of next year than they will be the third or fourth quarter of next year. We've got a new president that a lot of people are happy about. We've got, the stimulus bill coming out. We've got a vaccine coming. There's a lot of good things happening. Now, obviously, nobody saw coronavirus happening, and that can hit us. There could be a new strain or something like that. It could hit us from left side of or the left field, come from left field. But you can't make investment decisions based on that. The stock market is at all-time highs. And if you think that doesn't make sense, that's because it doesn't make sense, right? I just want you to make sure that you're validated in that assumption. So instead of taking that $50, $100, $150, $200,000 and just dumping it right back into the stock market, seriously consider buying a tangible asset this year. Buy a cash flowing asset with intrinsic value that it does not correlate to the Wall Street uncertainty. I think it would do you right. It'll set yourself up for legacy, for building wealth, for generating cash flow, something you can pass on to your children and give you a new hobby, right? You're probably looking for maybe something new to do. Well, think about commercial real estate. It's a great one. Alex and I can help from the beginning of the transaction, so identifying the property, helping you get through due diligence, getting you all the vendors that you need to close the deal, and then making sure that you're set up for success. And when you go to sell that property in 3 to 4 years for a $200, $300 million gain, we'd be happy to sell that property for you and then also trade you into a larger and bigger deal. I'm starting to see that happen now on some of the projects that we worked on 3 and 4 years ago. And it's just so much fun to see that somebody made money. They're getting ready to move on to the next deal. So I wanted to keep today short. That's all I have. Alex, do you have anything to add just from a review of 2020 and looking into 2021?
Just a short note on 2021 and just the calendar turn. I always look at it as an easy excuse to reset, right? And 2020 was whatever. Maybe it was your best year. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yep.
But it's just a way to reset and gives you an excuse to look at your personal life, your business life, your financials, your health, and the hard part, of course, is sticking to that. But at least right now you're taking time to look at that and consider, just like you mentioned, how can I diversify and build wealth,
Yeah.
and we're here to help with that.
Excellent. All right. I know you have a strict timeline here, Alex. Did you want to highlight a few properties that folks should be looking at and maybe they can unwrap on Christmas Day for an awesome gift for themselves?
I really just have one today that I want to talk about. It's one we've talked about before, but it's 28, 29 units really in Strawberry Hill.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like that deal so much, we've talked about it before, but we have the financials on it, and you can see really there's a large tax benefit in that. That if you have a certain occupancy, you're basically paying 33% less taxes for the next 10 to 20 years. So if you can really just get the occupancy rate up, make it a little bit nicer of a property, they already have a path there for you. The numbers on it look so much better. And if you're in the price range of, let's call it $2 to $3 million, and you want to be in a hot submarket of Kansas City, this is an awesome area. I've got photos of it. You can see downtown from there. If you're from California, you'll recognize the style because it looks like a California multifamily, maybe in parts of Santa Monica or something. So anyway, take a really strong look at Strawberry Hill, 29 units,
Awesome.
and that includes a lot of value add. So it checks basically all the boxes of what an investor likes. It's got value add, it's got hot market, it's got well priced, all those different things. And I'm happy to talk through even more of the details of that submarket because it's it's got a pretty good story.
Beautiful. Well, I don't think that we will have another video necessarily until the new year. Let's see. Next week, we're not doing one. So, yeah, it'll be January 4th when we come to talk with you guys. We will break down the economic stimulus bill and what that means for multifamily housing. But in the meantime, please reach out to us if you have any questions about the projects that we have. But more importantly, we wish you a Merry Christmas and or Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate you, man. And we will talk soon.